Kia ora from Aotearoa. It's Poppy here with the current 9th wave sacred Mayan calendar energies. And this is relating to the 9th wave, which are the energies of unitary consciousness that began in 2011. And then we had a grand ending of 13 times of those night waves, the full rounds, which culminated in September this year, and that was really marking the beginning of a new cycle where the quantum dynamics have really changed with the quickening of the light frequencies, the time frequencies that come through the sun. So it's in 13 Monkey Daywave 140, and it's about the higher our vibration, the more light and playful is our magical destiny road. And it's about innocence, curiosity, and playing with illusion to enlighten our minds artfully. So 13 Monkey Daywave, this is a magical and innocent playfulness which ascends us up towards our true, unique destinies and purposes. The height of upgrading our psychological belief systems so that energy is catalysed and excited to produce high vibrating magic, because it is the last day of the Storm Trecena, which is all about that excitement of energy which brings change to our psychological belief systems. So our world has been built upon the magic of geometrical patterning, numerics and word spells, etc. This has been largely occult, secretive or hidden, and Monkey is curious to overturn everything to discover the illusions that exist. So if we think about the way that this world is run, it has been run through government systems, it has been run through secret societies and shadow governments, and this is actually a very alien way of technology. So linear time is a massive illusion and a massive psychological stronghold that has entranced us. It's like we've been entranced into these belief patterns and systems that we have our minds controlled by outer things and systems, and that we have not been raised for a very long time to think independently or for ourselves or to discover our world. It's come through education systems, etc. And it's a huge psychological operation introduced by a highly psychic alien species of reptilian species who dominate and control by controlling mind matrices with collectors of humanity through broadcasting. And this is actually even frequency broadcasting, not just the broadcasting of the news, and it's through governments and education and religions, etc. And all that actually overrides nature. So we've largely left the ways of nature and have been socialized, and our minds have been compartmentalized through trauma and all of these things that have happened through this sort of regime. But in nature, we can interact and connect and make meaning out of our experiences in direct communion. With monkey energy, we may weave time as a fabric of our reality. So time is not linear. It's cyclical. It's very hard to even comprehend. Only the lower dimensions are trapped in the illusion of linear time or timelines and separate from the true time-space continuum, where we can access parallel universes where our souls also exist, and we realize that we are a lot bigger than just this human being living within a society and going to work each day and making money for these ones that feed off that energy. So the false time matrix of the black sun, which is removed from the source light that gives us the creation light codes to evolve by, empowering us as co-creators that share consciousness with the earth and the gifts to be magical and create a reality that is unbound by linear time and the captivity that comes with it. So let's live the magic. Now, when we talk about the matrix of the black sun, and in astrology, the black sun is also known as the father of time, or Saturn, and this has become where they've actually tried to bring the attention and the awareness to Saturn as the black sun, which is void of the source energies. In fact, it's Luciferian or satanic, and this has kept everybody trapped within those ways of competition, oppression, dominance and subjugation and submission. Yeah, so if we can turn to face the sun and receive those source light energies, then we can evolve by them, and they are not about good and evil, they are about what is. And then the 9-day phase, which is at the peak of the curve there, is a 9 sun. And this is the enlightening source energy light codes from the sun, which may repattern the matrices of our minds. As beings having a human experience, it is our belief systems that co-create a shared paradigm. So if our belief systems are hijacked, that we have to be dependent on governments, and the governments keep throwing out ways that keep drawing our attention back to them, then they have us, don't they? And so if we were to turn our backs on that and not feed them and create paradigms that were based upon the sun and nature and source, we could create a very different world. We could create a new earth. We may be more enlightened to break patterns that have kept a paradigm in inequality and oppression in place, and repattern our mind matrix through the receiving of source light code energies through the sun that empower the purposes we have as a destiny to a new earth. The source light codes are pure energy that fuels our creativity to evolve and contribute to an upgraded reality. These energies flow into our crown and are processed through our brains, which affect our mind. So some people seem to think that the brain is our mind. The brain is a processing unit. It receives the signals, it integrates. Our mind is our whole field, and we can share that field with the whole unified field. And so that's where our consciousness is shared with one another, is shared with the earth, and that's where our co-creative abilities are really here to manifest and materialize something new and to move out of that captivity. So it's all to do with our belief systems. Ultimately, it's our minds that have been entranced by this alien species that came and dominated the earth and put in place things like a commerce system so that people would compete, and ways that would take us away from our innate connection with nature, where we would just absolutely learn and experience and explore our worlds a little bit like how the monkey is curious and just explores its world and can be playful and create magic. So this magic that monkey can create, that energy is a lot higher in frequency than the magic that has been coming through the reptilian agenda, through the Saturnian or satanic regime, through the spell binding that has been, through all of the technologies, which are about covenants and treaties and words and patterning that is not our own patterning. We have our own codes, we have our own DNA, we have our own light codes, but this has been interfered with and hijacked to give our energy, because we are like a fractal of source. We are one with source, so we are a source, and that is the creative energy that we have, that species or that reptilian species does not have. So they rely on the human being to do the creation, and they will do that with a lot of psychological operations. It's all very psychological. So this day wave could be very empowering if we could really comprehend what's going on a little more and go back to our own pure magic that connects with what is beautiful and natural and organic, straight to source and creation. So I will go into more detail on each day, and that will be put out on Facebook, Substack and YouTube, where I put the daily energies, which are more in written form, and occasionally I will do a video like this one. And this graph or this chart of the day wave is always kept on my cover page on Facebook. It will be posted into Substack. You are welcome to download the image and keep it, and it will also be put up in the community section of Facebook, of YouTube, so that you can refer back to it at any time. I actually keep this held up. It's like my calendar, because I don't connect with the Gregorian calendar, which is one that is written off Saturn and the black sun, trying to bring our consciousness back to something which is an imposition over nature and over earth, trying to replicate another sun which is not the solar sun that the source energies come through. So all the best to you, and may we travel well and magically and playfully and lightly through this day wave, especially as there is so much turbulence in our world right now due to the rapid shifts in our belief systems as the world changes, and there's many agendas bringing us back to government control all the time. Whereas if we were to return to nature and return to ourselves and return to the innocence that is like monkey, we could really, really change this paradigm and make a beautiful new earth all the more quickly, because it's up to us as the co-creators here. So much love to you.